There is a dark horse in the middleweight division. He's from Scotland, he's undefeated, and he seems to be knocking everyone out. This is that man. This is Aston Brown. How are you, sir?
Good, mate. How are you? Okay.
Very good, very good.
Man.
And I say that, like, you're knocking everyone out, you're looking really, really good. Sam Gilly's not the kind of guy that just gets knocked out, though, right? Tough fight. The step up, I think, for you on Friday. Is that how you're seeing it? What's your view of this fight?
Definitely a step up in levels of an opponent. Know what I mean? Obviously, Sam's boxed at a higher level than I have as a professional. But I approach every fight the same, mate. Know what I mean? Nothing changes for me. I get in there to demolition job style on everybody, but behind calculated boxing and brains. Know what I mean? And I believe I can do that on Friday night again. But again, as you said, Sam Gilly just doesn't get knocked out. He's no pushover. He's tough. He can take a shot. So it's going to be interesting, mate. And one I'm very excited for and very up for. And as you said, I've been shouting for a big fight. I mean, this is a big fight.
No, 100%. I'm so happy that this fight's happening for both of you, actually, because it feels like he needed something to G him up after that loss, step up in weight, away from home, into the lion's den against you, and you get a great scalp there in Sam Gilly, or the opportunity of it. It's a good fight.
Oh, it's a brilliant fight,
People keep saying it could be a fight of the year.
And I've heard a few people saying that, aye, mate. Who knows? It might be. Could be that 10-round war that everybody's saying it could be. Or it could go quick, who knows? I mean, we'll need to wait and see on Friday night, mate.
Chief Support at the Hydro. How on earth did we get here, Aston? What on earth is going on?
Well, mate, honestly, if you said that to me 5 years ago, I would have been like, nah, no chance. It's done. It's over. I've made a mess of us.
How have you done it?
Her there.
I heard that. And that is your partner who has a name?
Yes, my fiancée Shannon. Sorry. No, hard work, dedication, mate, doing the right things in life. My beautiful fiancée by my side, supporting and helping me, family supporting and helping me, the 12-step programme, my fellows. And I changed my life around, mate, and then just doing the right things in life, mate, you know what I mean, and dedicating myself back into the sport of boxing, and giving it my all, living right, because I'm 35 now, but again, as I keep saying, I feel 25, because I'm living right, you know what I mean, I'm living right. I don't drink, I don't do anything, I don't do nothing, mate, you know what I mean, I just live right every single day, and I'm reaping the rewards for that. And as you said, 5 years ago, would I thought I would be here? No, but I'm so grateful for it, you know what I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunities, and I put in the hard work, but I'm just loving it, I'm just loving life, mate. It's amazing, isn't it?
We're grateful to have you. I love watching you fight as well. Just on that, because I don't know how many people know your story, but if you can just give me an idea of what a day in the life of Aston Brown is now, and what a day in the life was 5, 6, 7 years ago.
A day in the life is walk my dogs, go and see my horses, spend time with my partner, go to the gym and train and eat right during the day, mate, and then go to meetings. You know what I mean? That is a day in the life of Aston Brown. Simple, but amazing, you know what I mean? A life beyond my wildest dreams, I would say. Because a day in a life 5 or 6 years ago was pain and misery, you know what I mean, every single day, mate, you know what I mean? Riddled with addiction, you know what I mean? And couldn't see a way out and just couldn't see a future, you know what I mean? At times just didn't want to live anymore because of my addiction. But again, we're here today, mate, and we're smiling, you know what I mean? And I'm years and years clean and sober. And I love life, you know what I mean? Again, a very simple life, but an amazing life. A life beyond my wildest dreams, I would say. And I'm grateful every single day for it.
I love it, because the stuff you're talking about now, like walking the dog and spending time with you, like people take that for granted. But you never will you?
Never ever in my life, mate. That is, wake up every single morning with a smile, mate. You know what I mean? Because, at one stage in my life, wow, you know what I mean? That's what I begged for, you know what I mean? I mean, they'll just get me out of this horrible dark place. But I used to take that for granted. I don't take anything for granted today, mate, you know what I mean? I'm here for a reason, you know what I mean? And I put in the hard work and got myself into a good place in life. And again, mate, I'm so grateful for it. You know
Where would you say you are in your career right now then?
Just starting. I believe that, mate. I said this the other day and I was talking about it because I don't like to get egotistic or anything like that. I don't, because I'm not about what I'm about, but who else after 9 fights is fighting for the WBA international title, you know what I mean? That's got to say something. The promoters and the people obviously think I'm good enough to be stepping up and fighting Sam Gilly, who's 21 fights in as a professional. It's my 10th fight fighting for the WBA international title. That takes you into the world rankings. 10 fights in. Some people aren't even by 6 and 8 rounders by then, you know what I mean? So I'm obviously doing something right, you know what I mean, mate? But I fully believe this is just the start. This is just the start to great things.
You're 35. So do you feel in a rush, or like do you feel like okay? I think you said you feel 25, right?
Yeah, I feel 25, mate. I feel younger.
So no rush then, right?
I wouldn't say any rush, you know what I mean, mate? But that is one of my things that I want it now, you know what I mean? But I think that most boxers are like that. But I'm probably slightly in a rush, mate, because I'm no stupid. I know there is a time limit on this game, you know what I mean? I don't want to go on forever either. I mean, I've got a beautiful fiancé and beautiful family that you want to spend, because this game takes up 90% of your day, you know what I mean? So I want to live life as well, mate, but I've got a good few years in me, and I believe I can go into do massive things, you know what I mean? And Friday night we'll start for them.
You know, I said to Sam Gilly that you know, you've got a big right hand. We've seen you knock people over, and he said, "Have you ever seen me get knocked over?" And I was like, "No, no, we haven't." So he believes that he is the first live fight for you, and he could take you into deep waters.
Aye, I've heard them say that a few times. I like Sam, you know what I mean? We had to be a handshake and a cuddle with him. I like Sam, you know what I mean? He's a good fighter, he's a nice guy. But I keep hearing the deep waters thing, and I don't really understand what that means. It's like, I'll take you into deep waters, so does anybody know I can't go into? Is somebody saying something that I can't go into deep waters and fight? Is it just because you've done it a few times? Doesn't always mean it's a great thing because you've done it over and over again, you know what I mean? So it's interesting, but he's never been stopped, he's never been put down, you know what I mean? But maybe I'm the first guy to date on Friday night, we'll have to wait and see, mate.
Have you got eyes on the British title beyond this, or are you sort of navigating towards worlds? Because that George Liddard, I think you called him out after the last fight.
I'd love to. I'd love a crack at that, the British title. You know what I mean? But again, if winning this belt on Friday night puts you into bigger opportunities or bigger belts, or you know what I mean, then I'm all for going that way. You know what I mean? Because again, it takes you into the top 10, I think, of world rankings somewhere around about there, and then you never know what can happen then, mate. You know what I mean? Like, doors can open.
The division's wide open.
Wide open, mate.
Wide open.
Massively,
Someone like you could just come along, keep winning, keep knocking everyone out, and before you know it, you've got it.
And that's what people want to see, don't they? They want to see people get knocked out, you know what I mean? So, and something I love doing, you know what I mean? I love it, mate, you know what I mean? I love hurting people, you know what I mean? I know I'm a nice guy and I'm grateful for my life not today, but when it's in this sport, I love to hurt people. You know what I mean?
One final one is I saw a tweet yesterday, and it really got me thinking. Yeah, this person is right. Whoever tweeted it, I said he reminds me of Carl Froch. Have you had that in your career at all?
Yeah, mate, I've had that a few times actually. A few people have said to me, you've got a very similar style to Carl Froch, obviously heavy-handed and stuff like that. And the Cobra, relaxed. I've got big long arms as well, you know what I mean? So I've been compared to Carl a few times, so which isn't a bad thing, mate. No,
not bad at all.
Not a bad one, is it?
So what's happening on Friday then, bad man?
Aston Brown takes that WBA belt home. You know what I mean? By any means necessary, but we're always going to look for a knockout, mate. Demolition job.
Best of luck.
Thank
Good
you,
to see you, my friend.
Appreciate you, mate. Thank you, man. Thank you.